Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. We're going to be doing this little project here and with the tassel sticking out. This is just a copy of it. I broke it somewhere along the line and haven't been able to find it. It will pop up somewhere. But this is done, I don't know exactly the year it was done, but it was done a long time ago. When my uncle from Holland came over, we did a couple flat ones, and then I made a smaller one after he had left. And this is what we came up with. So let's start. First thing you want to do is, my wood was really very tough. It was just a piece of wood that I got at Woodcrafters, I believe, many moons ago, and because I could find an inch thick, and that's how thick it is, just about an inch, not quite, and then 7/8 I think, and then wide at the bottom 2.5 inches by 3 inches exactly. So what we're going to do first with this project, and I'm going to kind of set him up a little bit so you can see him a little better, we're going to start rounding him up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to round off his head, just like so. Alright, we're just going to round this off a little bit here. And we're going to round off, we're going to take some of this off as well, because that's going to be sticking right in the middle there, so we're going to okay, and we're going to round this off on this side. That's okay. Alright, we're just going to round it off, because technically we're not going to do a whole lot to him, because relief carving is just, sometimes it's just the illusion. See how nice this cuts? It was a really hard piece. What I did was I actually tried something new, folks. I'm going to share that with you now. What I did was I took a little tub of water, like a Tupperware or a Ziploc container, and put it full of half water and half rubbing alcohol, and I just dipped it in there for a couple of minutes on either side, and then laid it on the counter, and then again I dipped it one more time, threw it in a plastic bag, and look at it now. It's wonderful. It's like cutting butter. It's wonderful. So you know, if you use that rubbing alcohol and water, it doesn't raise the grain. If you use water by itself, it will raise the grain on you, so that's what you don't want. Okay, so okay, let's do this. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to draw this little area here, okay, that portion for his cap. We're going to do that first. Let me round this out a little more. Again, folks, I use a stationary knives for the beginners. I would recommend only stationary knives. Make sure you got your glove on and your thumb guard on. I think with relief carving you have more of a habit of slipping. That's just been my experience. Some carvers may not have experienced that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to round this out like so. And we're going to do his whole beard. How far the beard's going to be, down to here. I started to draw it a little bit, but we're going to do this whole thing right here, just like so. Okay, we're going to dip this out a little further. Alright. Put that marking back on. Sometimes your detail knives work really good for this kind of stuff. So, alright. So, I just want to dig it out, because this is where your arms are going to be coming in. See where this dip is a little bit? See right here? And this is where your arm is going to come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to we shave the top off, a little bit of the tassel, and we put an oval shape all the way around like so. Again, folks, you're never going to make it look exactly the same, so it's going to be similar. Alright? But we're not going to do where this teddy bear head is, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to take it down a little further. I see it's a little squared off here. In fact, I'm going to round it off a little bit more down here. I haven't done these for a while, so I'm kind of remembering how I did this. Or trying to anyway. Alright. And maybe before you start carving all this, why don't you just take that little shaving off of the head all the way down. Just like I'm doing now, as you see. You don't want any of that rough marking on there, especially when you go to paint. Like I said in the past, it's going to come up different. Okay, it's going to look different when you paint it if you don't get it all shaved off, that everything's been cut, like every inch of this. See how you can see the difference? You'll see that difference if you end up painting it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this oval shape on here, like so. And then we're going to put that teddy bear head where I see we're going to put the ear up here. One ear, another ear, and round it out. So we don't really want to do anything with that head yet, okay? So I'm going to try to fuss with that a little bit more a little bit later. Should do that offline more than online here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a stop cut on the first half, just like we did with the other. So we're going to put a stop cut, like so. Just a little bit in, just like this. Make sure your glove is on. And we're going to cut out this section of it, where the face meets, okay? This part here. So what I want you to do is go offline and just do it up to halfway down, and I'll be right back.